Does this game look familiar? Maybe some of you will recognize it, but for most, you've likely read the title and are questioning where you and 10 million other people have seen this game. Well, allow me to enlighten you. This is Dust An Elysian Tail. It was an indie game published by Microsoft Studios. After the game came out, however, Microsoft would end up purchasing Mojang, thus owning Minecraft. Microsoft took advantage of the fact that you could not add your own skins to the console versions of the game, so they would turn anything they could into purchasable Minecraft skins. They also gave out a couple of free samples, both so people could dip their toes in the certain skin packs, but also for good publicity. So, they made the Summer of Arcade skin pack, a free skin pack featuring mini Xbox Arcade characters, and also some Tony Hawk characters for some reason, all completely for free. But with all of them lay Dust from Dust, and along with him, his flying Nimbat companion. This is Stampy. He needs no introduction. He made childhood special. From his videos where he would travel to the moon or back into the past, he sparked imagination and inspired all of us. Stampy would play on the Xbox 360 version of Minecraft, and that time was really different. I remember getting my first girlfriend thanks to it. I would think I went to lose her like 5 days later because I said a swear. That's not a joke, I actually got broken up with by my Minecraft girlfriend because I swore. But it's that love and nostalgic feeling for 360 Minecraft that made Stampy a huge part of my life. I was always excited to see whenever a new episode of Lovely World would come out. Seeing him in Minecraft Story Mode was peak excitement for me. Getting to solve a crime with the cat. Oh, he's a human in Story Mode. Any interview you find will tell you that the reason that Stampy is not a talking cat in Minecraft Story Mode is simply because it would have been weird to have a talking cat compared to all the humans around. And that's certainly a good fallback reason. But I get the feeling that the original Stampy Cat skin was never even considered for Minecraft Story Mode. For a very obvious reason. Cause that's not a cat. That's a Nimbat. That's Fidget the Nimbat. What's ironic, however, is that within Dust, Fidget is confused for a cat, but we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. Because while Stampy Cat is the thing most people who haven't played the game know it for, it's also the type of random trivia Scott Pilgrim will pull out just to. That's a stupid line. See, the worst part is I revised the script like the other day and I left the stupid fucking Scott Pilgrim line in there. Fuck it, we'll roll with it. While Stampy Cat is the thing most people who haven't played the game know it for, it's also the type of random trivia Scott Pilgrim was spat out just to try and impress a woman. Oh, and before we continue, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy any showcase. So, what is Dust? Well, the game starts off with you slaughtering a village full of defenseless men, women, and children. What the fuck? Don't worry though, you wake up with amnesia afterwards, and legally, that makes manslaughter okay. You meet the adorable yellow creature known as Fidget, and along with her, Ara, a sword with an unfortunate name. And now, Dust, along with Fidget and Ara, is determined to travel the world, not only to save it from General Gaius, but also to find out who he even is. Past this, the game's plot is genuinely interesting, and it's one of the most shocking scenes in any game I've ever played. Now, it's that story that hooked me, but the gameplay is really what sells it. This is a Metroidvania action-adventure game with slight RPG elements. Those slight RPG elements come in the form of you leveling up and changing your gear. With leveling up having you add points into either HP, damage, defense, or Fidget. I'll explain Fidget in a bit, but you may notice my unique strategy of putting everything into damage. Well, you see, as long as you kill everything before they can touch you, you don't need a single point into HP or defense. Fidget works in a special way. She'll get magic attacks that don't deal a whole lot. That is, unless Dust uses his spinning attack, intensifying Fidget's magic, leading to, well, how about I just show you? So the combat is a bit of a mixed bag. It's either a straight shot of dopamine into your brain or repetitive button mashing. Anyone who knows me, however, knows I very much so fall into the former category rather than the latter. The combat can be broken down into 2 stages, spamming Fidget's magic, or regaining meter with Dust's melee attacks. In most games, the basic combat might be a deterring factor, but here, the way it's presented makes smashing the buttons feel amazing. Making a fun combat system is heavily reliant on sound and animation. Take Final Fantasy VII Rebirth for example. Minus ATB bar, combat is just pressing X over and over and over again. For a character like Aerith, this combat is slow, it's repetitive, kinda boring. But as Yuffie, it's fun and fast. Despite me hitting the same buttons, it's the animations that make Yuffie's combat so fun. And the animation is simply stunning, especially considering that it was all done by just one guy, Dean Dodrill. He did all the animation, artwork, coding, and most of the story. An incredible feat for sure. This game looks absolutely stunning for something made by only one person. But one of those other things he didn't do, the soundtrack and voice acting. Well, the soundtrack is pretty good. It's nothing to write home about, but it's not bad. The voice acting, on the other hand, well, Dean clearly loved Team 4-Star, because I swear to God, half of the cast can be recognized from a TFS show. That's not a joke. Amber Lee Connors, Chris Guerrero, Zach Holtzman, Takahara plays one of the enemies, and you can hear the goddamn nap out of him.
Halt!
That's Taka. And actually, Amber and Guerrero, as far as I can tell, wouldn't play their first roles for TFS until after Dust. So there's the potential that it's thanks to Dust that we got our amazing performances for Android 13 and Cooler. Why did I write Android 13?
Where's my trucker hat?
The only TFS cast members I see like are Kaiser, Lanny, and Masako. But heck, they got both of the future Gohan voice actors at the time. Of course, the other one being...
Hello, I don't believe I've seen you before.
Is that fucking Deku? Yes! Justin Briner plays one of the side characters. And you can hear the early stages of his Deku. Oh, and don't worry, Xander Momus plays the main shopkeeper. My jaw just kept dropping more and more as I kept recognizing voices. It kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Walk around, I was like, oh, hey, Sojiro. What's up, Rigby? No.
These aren't your streets anymore! And to ensure you don't do anything inappropriate like say no.
Asshole.
Actually, funny enough, Rebirth has some of the Machine Bridge voice actors in the game, such as Sarah Ann Williams and Kira Buckland, who also plays Momop in Dust. I actually can't believe I tied that back into Dust somehow. Oh, and I absolutely love the story that they were voicing. It's incredibly silly while also having its serious moments. Fidget is adorable. She works really well off of Dust. Seeing her making marshmallows or sleeping when we were looking at the world map never got old for me. I actually have a funny story about Fidget too. See, in the second grade, we played a game in which everyone had to name an animal that started with a randomly selected letter. If you could, you got a point, but if another team said the same animal, no points would be given out. Now, when the letter N came up, everyone said narwhal. Everyone except for my team, who confidently said Nimbat. When my team asked what a Nimbat was, I essentially said, I don't fucking know. Like, I wasn't playing Dust at all near that time. I just remember the name Nimbat, and it was just like, that came to me in the moment for some reason. But when we said that, the teacher had the same exact confusion. So, she looked on Google Images, saw a picture of Fidget, and said, fuck it, why not? And we got the fucking point! We lost, don't worry, our blinking out narwhal dumbass lost, but I won us the point, damn it! Now, in a really exciting moment of gameplay, I spent 30 minutes looking at coasters and recorded all of it. I bought these ones. They work a lot better than my last ones. Look, I have the footage, I'm gonna use it, damn it. Now, I will say work could be done on the difficulty. Normal feels incredibly tame, taking out bosses in mere seconds. The final boss was the only one to note. That's mainly because he had like 5 phases and therefore was just longer than the others. I mean, he wasn't nearly as overly long as the final bosses in Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth. At least in Dust, I didn't have to keep saying, oh, okay, so this is the final phase after every stupid, overly long, complicated phase of the stupid final boss. Now, that's about as much as I can talk about without going a bit more into the story, which means spoiling it. So, if you think the game looks enjoyable, please, go buy it, play it, and enjoy it. Alright, so I'm assuming no one actually left and just talk about the spoilers now. In the most shocking part of the game, after venturing into the underground city, you find a race of toad things that rely on life water. You meet a boy, Bopo. His father is dying and he needs the water to live. So, being the hero, you set out on your quest. You fight the magic girl thing, she allows the waters to flow once more, you return to the family to reap your reward, and you're too late. You, the hero, left a wife a widow, multiple children without a father, and a community to mourn. After that, Dust asks the question how he can save the world if he can't save a single man. The best answer he gets is, sometimes, no matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, no matter how much you love them, people die. Dust is a game about loss. Each chapter has an overlying theme about losing someone close to you. All the main characters have or will lose someone, and after a tearful ending, I did a bit of research and found something out about the title. Elysium means heaven. The game is about how loss affects people, how it's inevitable, and how no matter what you do, sometimes people you love simply die. And that's okay. While that's sad, that just means you have to cherish the time you have with them. I'd like to share a bit of a personal story. Recently, my mother's cat, Lily, passed away. A cat that's been in a majority of my life, and she's gone now. I can still plant myself into that night. It's so vividly in my mind. The creak of my mother's door when her light was uncharacteristically on, the sight of Lily and my fearful mother, the exact sadness, tone, pitch, and everything else in her voice when she cried out, "She's dead." I couldn't believe it at the time, but Lily is dead, and my mom will never see her again. I'll never see her again. I just wish I pet her more, played with her more, and saw her more while she was still alive. And I know now I'm going to cherish every single moment that I have with both Marie and Willow, because that's all I really can do. They will die one day, so I need to take the time that I do have with them and enjoy it to the fullest. Death is obviously bad, and it hurts when you have to see someone once so joyful confront their own end. All we can really do is take all our time we have with those we love. It's a reminder that you shouldn't take your time with someone for granted, and that's the story of Dust. Dust is a game you simply need to play. So many people have overlooked this title within recent time, and I think that's such a shame. There's so much love here, so much to enjoy. I think you are thoroughly missing out if you have not played this game. Now, again, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe because it helps so much to press the simple button. If you enjoyed this video at all, I got 2 more videos coming out weekly to make up for the lack of content due to me spending every waking moment on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm sure you couldn't at all see how that game affected this script. Not a single bit. Commenting will also help me out. So, if there was a moment you liked about the video, let me know. Regarding any showcase in particular, I plan to have the next one out sooner than this one, since Final Fantasy VII Rebirth can only come out on PC once, so nothing should take a shit ton of my time away from me, and god damn it, Overwatch!